Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum. This is day one where we are transitioning into business analysis. So we'll go ahead with the quick reminder. That's the code of honor, sharing with you all. For that, I'm going to share my screen with you all. Allow me few seconds. Yeah. So code of honor is the guideline. It's a deal between you and you in a nutshell where you believe and you agree that minimum these are few things you promise to commit. The very first one is showing up live. Showing up live means you remain on time, be punctual, and remain highly committed. Why? Because Agile is full of ceremonies and that demands you to showcase this practice. In case you are not this practitioner, kindly consider the training itself as a project and start showcasing it over here, because by the time you get placed, you will become the practitioner of it. And it is also said that how you do anything is how you do everything. And the second one, because you chose to learn, you became a student, but we want you to be the full stack student who does all the assignments, do self-research, and repeat what they learn. The third, you must take the full responsibility, because while you are doing this, you are finishing what you start, you hit the success. It's quite easy to take the full responsibility of that. But when you don't, you may hit back the failure. Please take the responsibility of that as well. Because when you acknowledge it, there are chances you may embrace it. When you embrace it, you may accept it. And when you accept it, then only you may go back and correct it. And then you would realize failure was not failure, that became trail to the success. But to do so, it really requires a concrete mindset. The first one is very much inspired from the Kaizen's learning mindset. Once you become more learning minded, you will find yourself growing more positively, more positive minded you will become. You will find yourself growing more complaint free, in a way that you can handle any project even with the lack of resources and even in stringent timeline. And if you could do that, you will find yourself loading in more gratitude mindset you will have. You will reach to the highest level of productivity. But you remember that to do so, you must start your day with the increased level of receptivity. And for that, I urge you all to apply into 30 days challenge. And this 30 days challenge, more detail is given into the day one. And please refer to day one's recording for that. And you remember that when you are starting your day with this and heading towards any technical learning or any sort of new learning, always apply this golden quadrant of learning that comes with the first step. The very first one is declaration with the anchor. What is declaration and anchor? For that, you please refer to the day one's recording. And once you are done with declaration and anchor, then take a deep dive towards deep learning. And then after 24 hours, using pen and paper at your end, draw it in a notes form. You can apply or scribble like this design, and then flaunt it back while you summarize in a way that even 5 years old can understand. And that you can post in less than 90 minutes, less than 5 minutes, or maximum or say minimum 90 seconds of video form. And just track your own progress, you growing from novice to expert. So for that, let's start with the very first and second right here, right now. And for that, what we are going to do is that we will start with the anchor. Anchor will be a quick self hi-fi that just now you heard at your speaker. But for that, I'll be just counting 1 2 3 and clap, and you are going to model it. And then I'll read this selected statement, and you are going to repeat it after me. So can you all see this selected statement on your screen? Just unmute yourself and say yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
So let's do it together. In fact, after me, 1 2 3 and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a
I'm a
quick
quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and master,
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
And one more time with everyone, go on mute and go unmute and repeat after me. One, two, three, and clap and repeat because I'm a quick learner.
Because I am a quick learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And in case many of you found it a bit awkward while doing so, remember to apply the sixth code of honor that says that on this path, remember to be a giver. Giver first what? Keeping ego away on the path of learning that makes you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. When I say spiritually grounded, it means that your happiness level grows, and happiness is today's new productivity, and that is the demand of the corporate. And you are not here just to get placed but to earn more as well. And it is said that what you want more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And for that very reason, keep in mind that if you are able to give away 5% of your 10% of your earning, once you get placed at place, or in case you are already earning, can you start doing so? And the causes wherever you believe in, causes like, feeding hungry children, or donating to orphanage, or mm, old age home, or even donating into churches, mosque, gurudwara, or temple. Why? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And I am sure that none of you are here for the survival, but of course for the growth. So just don't give away. But when you are giving away, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And when it does not seem that it is helping you back initially on just day one, continue to do so, because it is the universal law that says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. And remember how we are going to remain connected. We are going to remain connected starting from Sunday for technical session at 10 p.m. EST, and also on Monday for technical session at 10 p.m. EST. And Tuesday, you must attend the RRP session. That is the mandate, because you are not here for these trainings. You are here for the placement, which is the gateway of the placement. That is called reference ready resume preparation. That strengthens your visibility, credibility, and thereby the marketability. Wednesday, you can choose to do the assignment from the learning of Sunday. Assignments are said and unsaid, and how to choose the unsaid assignment every single day, that we have explained in day one's recording. Kindly refer to that. And Thursday, you are going to repeat the RRP session, because repetition, you are not going to strengthen your own visibility, credibility, and marketability. And Friday, you can choose to do the assignment from the learning of Monday. And Saturday, you can choose to relax, have a breather day, or do your own research work if you wish to, or repeat whatever you want to learn if you have missed any session. But while repeating, remember, uh, whether you repeat or you are just referring, remember to hit the like button in every YouTube video, because you are here just as a you are learning for free. These are the free learning for you. But for us, your likes and comments, that matters in every single YouTube video. And prepare any question. For that you want answer on the next technical session. So this is how we are going to remain connected. So do we all agree to follow this? Just say yes if we are on same page.
Yes.
Yes, everyone. And with this yeses, I want each one of you to go back on unmute. Why? Because I want you all to start contributing into the session which we are going to run now. Also for that, in case you think that no, you don't want to go on mute or unmute, sorry, because you think that from where you are connecting, in case connecting from your home, mostly you will be contributing there. So for that reason, background noise and sound may come. So for that, you can feel that you should be remaining on mute. So then only you remain on mute. Otherwise, everyone has to contribute into the session. With this note, with this announcement, I just one more time would ask anyone here for the first time who is attending us for the first time live. You have not heard us earlier in the live session. Okay, I'll take this as Yes, you all have heard us in the past. So with this note, we are moving where we had left. So we had already transitioned last time into be a scrum session, but I want to ask you that who remember that what did we cover last? Who can tell us?
History of business analysis.
Yeah, history of business analyst we had covered, so we will move ahead from there further. Okay. um just allow me a few quick seconds. And I'm going to share my screen for that. The slide is opening one. Yeah, once slide is open, I'm going to share my screen, guys. Yeah. So let me know once you are able to see my screen. All
We can
right.
see your screen.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much for your
No
quick
problem.
confirmation. Yeah. So yeah, last time we had done this till history about business analysis, and with this history, we are going and proceeding further. So may I request someone to read the right portion of this deck, please?
What is business analysis? Per BOK Guide version 3.0, business analysis is the practice of enabling change in an enterprise by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders.
Yeah. Thank you so much for reading this out. See, we have heard that when we started with BABOK, BABOK, that is what? What is the full form of BABOK?
Business
BA.
analysis body of knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. And this is the governing guide for business analysts. And when it was founded, who remember that? Around.
October
Mm,
2003,
yeah, that's right. And when the BA guide was released?
2005, January.
Yes, that's right. So the first version, and then it evolved up to 3.0 version. And thank you so much for remembering and sharing that. So this be a bug guide, more emphasized towards, um, conveying the change, enabling the change, and helping clients or stakeholders to agreeing onto the change. So, see, what exactly is the need? I'm not sure whether I have covered this topic or not, but in fact the customers comes up with their own problem. We give the solution as a software industry to them to conquer some problem for which they were seeking the problem. Then why you should be focusing towards the change, enabling the change, and recommending those changes or solution for those changes to add to the customer. So why it is even the needed, why it is needed, why it is the need for business analysts to do so? Can someone tell me? I believe we had discussed about it in the last session, but I just wanted to hear from you. Who can tell that? This question is simple. Uh, Customer came in, we gave them solution, software as a solution we gave. Then why business analysts need to focus on enabling the changes for those stakeholders? Who can give this answer? And guys, business analyst has to be thinker. So if you think that you're going to be future business analyst, be a thinker and come up with the answer. And one more thing, when you are giving the answer, this is the safe place where you can be wrong. If you think you are going to be wrong, please, you are here in the safe place. Please be free to add your answer.
So business analyst actually brings the or enables the changes.
Mm-hmm.
I think because like this, sorry, there is a
Okay. You,
For bringing
yeah, go ahead.
yes. So I think that is so when the client or customer comes for a new like requirement or a business,
Mm-hmm.
so it is like either they are asking for any solution, or they want any enhancement in the business
Mm-hmm.
or their software or the application. So you need to add new things maybe. So that is the change you're bringing, or it can be a new like a complete new requirements where some like clients wants to actually launch an application or something. So that's a new thing also. That's also actually as per the requirement, so business analyst do the brainstorming and do actually
Yeah,
give
yeah,
the solution,
yeah,
give the
yeah.
solution for the
Yes,
changes.
yes,
And then
Titas. Yeah,
yes,
that's
that's my answer.
absolutely right. My
Mm-hmm.
question is little different. Initially, when the stakeholders or client comes up, it's okay. They themselves proposing some solution they were seeking. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
of course,
Mm-hmm.
we as a software industry, we provide them the solution, but it says that as a business analyst, you keep on recommending some more changes and more solution. Why it is needed? As a normal software professional, why it
Mm-hmm.
is in favor for you, why it is needed for you? And
Actually, it's a market standard, or like it's a like how what is the best practice in the market. Like business analyst needs to bring that. So when they're giving the solution, it has to be like which is trending more,
hmm,
and the which is has a demand. I think so. Like it's my
yeah,
uh,
that's a good
and
thought process.
that that way you can actually that
Hmm,
chain maybe
hmm.
so. And business analyst has a job to actually give that solution. It's the
Yes,
only they
yes.
can, yeah.
Yeah, that's a core responsibility, if you'll say. But the question over here is that why this is the core responsibility, and the main answer you attempted very well to keep it. But I would like to hear more some answers. So anyone wants to attempt this? Why?
so change brings cash for revenue.
Mm. Wow, that's a brilliant answer. I really love that. Thank you so much, Rashmi, for sharing that. Yes, that's absolutely answer. This is my one of the favorite answer. I keep on talking about it. Yes, when you focus more towards the change, yeah, change is the source for the cash, because uh, customer may come up for some solution they might have thought of in the past. You are enabling those changes what they had proposed, you are giving them as a solution. But as Titas also said, that keeping yourself trended in the market, this is one of the way to keep you recommending you the changes. That's number one. Number two is that your focus should be always there on the change, because first you are continue to add the value. Okay, you are proposing new changes, it means that the customers application softwares, those remain always advent. And third is that if you'll stop doing that, you know suppose if you have work today tomorrow, if the same customer is not coming back for any new changes, you would be sitting idle. Okay. And as someone said, that Rashmi said that change is the source to bring the cash. Yes. So you will forget it completely, you will be sitting idle, and that may come up to the jobs as well, that you don't have any job to do. Then people sitting idle will really go away faster from the um, from the from their desk, from their desk to their department, from their department to their organization, and from there to organization in a no job situation. So to always avoid that, as a business analyst, if you are focusing towards the change, that is always not going to in favor of you yourself, but also to the organization, for your department, of course, for your job, for sure. And at least for that sake, can you continue to focus towards what new value we can add as a business analyst to the customer, and continue to suggest them some new changes, and genuine changes that will help them to continue to grow, okay, and remain advance into the market. So that's the reason it is recommended, as a business analyst, continue to focus towards enabling the change, recommending such solution for your entire stakeholders. Does it make more and more sense to you all? Yeah? Yes? No? You can go on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your confirmation. With this note, now let's understand this entity, to which we call it as business analyst. So who is business analyst? So for that, I want someone to read the left portion of this slide, please.
A business analyst is a person who performs business analysis tasks described in the BABOK guide, no matter their job title or organizational role. Business analysts are responsible for discovering, synthesizing, and analyzing information from a variety of sources within an enterprise, including tools, processes, documentation, and stakeholders. The business analyst is responsible for eliciting the actual needs of stakeholders, which frequently involves investigating and clarifying their expressed desires in order to determine underlying issues and causes.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So now understand that who is business analyst. So first thing is that when customer walks into you, they comes with the problem. And for their problem, for which they are seeking for the solution, to which we call it as a project. So any problem to which they not said into the software industry, any problem, you can call it as a project, in a nutshell, for sure. But at the same time, when you will understand as a business analyst, so as per BA guide, they behave, and when they are building up towards the solution, thinking for your solution, what exactly they need to focus to bring such solution for my client, what all the process I need to undergo. The entire process will require what all the tools, what all the documentation has to be in the place, what all the resources I will have to gather. So they start thinking in that manner, okay, and make sure that while they understand the requirement from the client, they are documenting, eliciting, as well as conveying back them as well, that they are coming back with the complete list of the requirement that they themselves has stated. And further, in one of the documents, they will be mentioning that just requirement is not a requirement, what all the add-ons they would require when it comes to tools, processes, documentation, resources, and each and everything. Because as a business analyst, you are not just understanding one type of the solution, but how to fulfill the requirement as a solution, you are understanding that as well. And that behavior of collecting such entire data that makes you business analyst. And that's the reason sometimes, because you're collecting the data, resources, idea, sometimes you will find that, you know, data analyst and business analyst role are getting merged at one point. But this is always a different as in a nutshell. But yeah, this is how, as per BA Bog, these people are business analysts who are collecting these information and reflecting back and, you know, sharing back with the customers so that they can give a approval of them. Okay, so why it is needed, what exactly brings the need of it? So for that, I want someone to read the left portion. Three different people, you can read this three different bullet point for me, please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Change and life happens. Project requires flexibility and adaptations to respond to change. One has to analyze the impact due to change.
Mhm.
This one is business analyst who analyzes the change and impact, gather requirements, and liaises with stakeholders.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So yeah, why exactly it happens? See, once customer give the solution, then the very first one says that change and life happens. It does mean that things will continue to change. Now you will be shocked to know that so far, you remember, I don't know how many of you remember the era of the floppy disk. Do you remember anyone who were aware of the floppy disk?
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
and even floppy disk had the variation. The earlier floppy disk of 3.14 inch, and before that it was 1 point, or after that it was 1.3 inch or something like that. So earlier the floppy disk was used to bigger, okay, thin magnetic tape, and later it was bit shorter. Even you remember that there were used to be two type of floppy disks. Yeah. Yes, no. Okay, so if you don't remember why I'm sharing you, before I'll tell you all different information for sure. Allow me to come back and share with you all what details I'm talking about. Yeah, just give me a second. Let me share my screen. Okay, so that you would understand it. Okay. Earlier floppy, and who remembers that what is floppy disk used to, what do you, used to be the purpose of the floppy disk? Yeah, anyone remember that?
To save
Store
files?
the information.
Yeah, to save the information. So this used to be the size of the floppy disk earlier. Okay, this used to be the bigger size, to which we used to call it as A drive. Okay, it started from here. A drive. So A drive you will never find on your PC. Okay. Always you find at your PC the C drive. Then this era changed. Okay. It used to have the sizes, and it used to have the storage in few MBs. Okay. Then the era came from this floppy disk to this floppy disk. It got little compact. Okay, but it still remained the A drive. Okay, the size got reduced. Then came the era of this B drive. Okay, where the storage got little advanced, but this remained very compact. I am sure that many of you might have at least seen these kind of floppy disk. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the change how it travels till this, then came hard disk used to be there. So, hard disk came into the picture, and, you found that external memory and hard disk started getting reduced, and then came now the SSD drive. Okay, SSD drive, I would say, because now hard disk is getting replaced with the very compact level of the hard disk drive, SSD drive. This is now it looks like that. You don't need any bulkier, this kind of hard disk anymore, internal hard disk. But we can't forget this era where everything used to come into this CD-ROM. You remember that? Yeah. And
Yes.
hardly if you need to write any CD, say for example, forget about the software. People used to write movies into CD. Okay. Hardly till the recent era, into the recent last time, one person could store at least 3 to 4 maximum movies into that. Okay. You remember that? This era as well? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
CD was replaced with the USB flash drive. You remember the stick drive? Yeah. This is the era where the entire world is relying today, and they are still using it. Yeah. You remember that? Yes, no?
Yeah, pen
Yes.
drive.
Pen drive everyone is using. Now this is also going to get replaced very, very soon, and coming year again back with the CD drives. Okay. I'm not sure when it is coming, but now what has happened from every single, from the uh, species as well, this slot has been removed. You won't find even in laptop today that these slots are coming. But recently, what has happened in one of the research, the China has come with the storage of, say, multiple terabytes. It's not in megabytes or megabytes or terabytes. It's petabytes, where multiple petabytes can be stored back into the compact CD. Now, it's science and technologies slightly differ. I'm not getting into that much detail, but understand how things are evolving so much faster, and with the lightning speed, that you need to start coping up with the changes, and you need to continue to suggest to your client. You remember that earlier we used to work into the website, then we understood that website has to be mobile friendly. Okay, mobile friendly website. And after mobile friendly website, things are moving towards web app. Okay, web app, which is now considered as web application as well. Forget about these web application, web app. Now it is completely termed as phone apps. Okay, phone apps. So now every single person can have such kind of apps in their mobile. So we are changing so much fast. Are you coping up with these changes and suggesting your customer to start changing with these speed, and accommodating the new upcoming updates to accommodate and then compete with their clients? If you are not doing that, then you should always update yourself first, so that you can suggest it later to your client. But later does not mean exactly later. It means at least they should be very first into the marketplace. And for that very reason, why? Because change and life happens, it quotes back to that. And then for that, your client has to be flexible enough to adapt those changes. And of course they will adapt. Why? Because they need to remain into the market, they have to compete into the market, and still they feel like they have to stand out. Otherwise, if no such changes happen and no such adaptation happens, they will not be the market player anymore into the market. And for such things, for such suggestions, you need to continue to analyze that what all you can convey. And when you are conveying, you must be aware of the impact that will create, and thereby you will again when you will convey the reason, you will convey the change of the reason, reason of the change, as well as you will convey the impact that will create. They will come up with the new requirement, you gather them, and again lies back with the stakeholder. That's your core duty. That's the core duty of the person who will do that better than the business analyst. So that, to understand these all things, we dedicated one person to which we call it as a business analyst, and such activity was needed, and that's the reason we had one person in the place to which we call it as business analyst. So do you understand why business analysts were needed with their analytical mindset? Yes? Yes, no, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me
Yes.
to sit beside you so that I can shake you well and you can respond it better to all my question? Yes, no? Yeah. So imagine that I'm sitting beside you and I'm shaking you up. Okay. So wake up and you respond to me. And the question is to everyone, starting from Yashashwari, Tetas, Satya, Reena, Rashmi, Pallavi, Mona, Jennifer, Darshan, Ankita, Anita, Vino. So all of you, I'm asking this question. Remember that. Okay. And you need to answer. So let's understand quickly this in a part of a life cycle. By the way, the names I took, did you all hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I believe that couple of you have
Yes.
heard. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. We'll see whether you heard it or not. All right. So when it comes to business analysis, it all starts with planning them and managing them. Okay. When you are planning and managing, if it is not new, changes to communicate, you need to elicitate that in front of customer, that what you have come up with. Okay, communicate them, and the same thing will get incorporated as a part of solution once agreed, approved, and stated back that we are going with this proposal. Okay, it has to be tested, and if it comes in favor, and it gets adapted, and it remains accommodated for the new application to come up, that things as a part of requirement will continue to document. Okay, that this is the requirement on which we are going ahead with the adaptation, and will continue to evolve with that. And for that, you will just document it, share it back, and while you are doing this requirement analysis and things will move towards the development, you will continue to analyze at the enterprise level, that how it is impacting to the enterprise, any new things are coming up again or not. If yes, that how you can plan it to again suggest it to the customer for the incorporation as a part of requirement, and you will elicitate it back and communicate further with the customer, so that they will also again theoretical validate it, and if they agree, they will again request you to incorporate it as a part of requirement and document, and then you go ahead with that proposed solution. So this is the continued cycle. Means this business analyst, as a part of their responsibility, they will continue to, here you one thing very much remember, not only just the requirement analysis or requirement proposal, the term of not only just requirement communication, but liaising this requirement initially as a part of requirement elicitation, but it has to be foreseen as a part of requirement planning and management. We will go again more in detail of these all topic one by one. But what does it take for one person? What all the skills it would require for this role to be the business analyst? And we are getting into that. So here it is the prerequisite. Okay. So if you want to become a business analyst, remember what kind of a degree and means what you need. You must have the analytical skill, and the organization, whatever their bare minimum today, degree doesn't matter even. Okay, if you have the skill, like Google, like industry, they don't care whether you have degree or not. If you have a domain knowledge, if you are analytical skill, you know certain thing. Without a degree as well, you may come up with the various skill. So degree is barred, like in many of the organization. But yeah, bare minimum requirement used to be like this: degree and domain knowledge. You must have the analytical skill. You should be able to negotiate. Why you should be able to have this skill as a negotiation skill to become a business analyst? What do you think? Can you connect it back to the core uh, role that we had shared earlier? Why a business analyst should have the negotiation skill? Silence? Why silence? Can you think? Because business analyst has to be thinker.
To uh, to do business better.
To do business better? Yeah, that's a good answer. But still, to
To
whom?
grow, to perform.
Could you repeat what I could not get it?
To grow, to perform.
To grow, to perform, of course. So you are thinking of the customer only, right? See,
Yeah.
why? Because you have just triggered the string of this guitar, which I am playing over here with this topic of business analysis. Understand that what exactly we are doing, where we need to negotiate. Bare minimum, you need to understand that we are suggesting the changes, and if we are suggesting the changes, they need to accept the changes. For that, they may deny, okay, I don't need it right now, I may need it later. Why certain functionality they needed? If you have that much clarity to convey them and convince them, you must have the negotiation skill. Do you all agree that would be helpful if you have the skill of negotiation? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So that's the
Yes.
one. But now these business analysts are growing super fast. They need to have so much analytical skill. Nowadays, they believe that they should have the SQL skill as well. When we say SQL means structured query language, although in this track, business analysis and agile, we don't teach SQL. But in case you want to become the master, you don't need to be the master first in the first place. But yeah, a minimum. Say for example, when we are saying the changes, so tell me first change. What comes in your mind? The easiest change. What you may think of. You might have heard. If you have little knowledge in the software industry, you might have heard of any minimum changes. Okay. If you have not heard of, okay, I'll tell you. Have you heard that software or companies are changing the software and they are migrating their data? Have you heard of such terms?
Yeah,
Yes.
data migration.
Yeah.
Yeah, they migrate the data. Imagine Amazon is storing everything, okay, in a database. And tomorrow, I'll give you few name of the database, okay. So one database is, say, for example, Microsoft Postgres, okay, as name of the database. Another database is SQL, or say IBM DB2 is the name of another database. Now, all the details of your retail items and their details are getting stored in one of the database. And now, because it has some challenges, Amazon decide, okay, we will migrate everything from IBM DB2 to Microsoft Postgres, say, for example. So what exactly needs to be done, that whatever the existing data is there of their current items visible on the front end has to be migrated into the another database. And for that, they need to test the entire database, what they are transitioning into, whether they are getting accommodated inside or not, so that they will be visible in their front end or not. So they need to perform the testing of that, whether data migration happening easily or not. So this is also a change for them. With me so far? Yes? No?
Yes, Gaurav. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So even this is the change. So to test such change as well, that you must have minimum understanding that in what database what is going, in what database product information will go, in what database sellers information go, in what database, in what table of the database, existing customers information will go, in what new data, new table of the database, new customers information will get stored. So for that, you will be asking the basic query that let's fetch the data. And for that certain question, you will be asking for fetching information. What do you do? If you need to fetch some information from me, what will you do? Guys,
Ask question.
ask
Questions.
question.
Ask questions.
And that's what I did. Okay, I ask question and you give me the answer in inverted comma, ask question. Okay, so there is a method, there is a way to ask question, and to which we call it such method structured query language. And it can be easily learned. If you want to really learn in detail, you can go ahead and refer w3schools.com, and there you will find more detail in SQL for free, and you can learn that. So this is also minimum requirement is there, but this is not everything for business analysts to master into the skill. And last but not the least, you must have a normal minimum communication skill so that you can communicate with your stakeholders. Do you all understand this? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Satya, are you getting my point? Rashmi?
Yes.
Yeah, Pallavi, are you
Yes,
getting my
sir.
point as well?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So now what is happening is that you need to understand how to become a business analyst. And for that, these are the few decks that you can come up with. That you need to identify the the requirement. What is the requirement? Elicitate that, okay, and collaborate with customer and communicate back. Okay, then start modeling in terms of various models, diagram, and start managing. So these are the 5 steps you need to remember to start doing it. So let's understand more in detail about it. When it comes to role and responsibility, I would ask Prerna to take over from me. So Prerna, could you please take this slide from me? So let's hear Prerna if she is available. Good part is that you found me well in energy. Otherwise, till yesterday, I was completely in the bed, was not really feeling well. Last 3 days, just I got revived for you to take this session today. Let me quickly check with Prerna if she is there. Prerna, are you there? Can you take this slide? I think she is not there again. So we'll continue.
Sir, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Gaurav, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead, ask me question.
No, SQL, you said like you will not be teaching, but
Mhm.
a business analyst, you said it's like we don't have to be a master, right? But
Mhm.
then like so many of us come from a non-IT background and we don't
Mhm.
have no knowledge about SQL,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So like you said like we don't have to be a master, but it's like do you recommend us learning from now?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, see,
was
learning.
that place?
Yeah. So see, that will not stop you from getting placed, but yeah, see, learning will never be harmful. If you think that you are a good learner and you have the learning skill, and if it is coming as a recommendation from us that hey, you go ahead and learn this skill, I would say yeah, go ahead and start learning from today. If it is available for free, why not to learn? Okay, see, bare minimum, if I need to ask question to a person, I know how to talk to the person. But at the same time, when I need to ask to the database, there will be certain way. So minimum questions, how to the database can be asked, at least you can learn them. Okay. That,
Okay.
yeah. So you can proceed with that.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Sure.
you.
Gaurav, I have one request.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can share that user stories you're telling, like acceptance criteria, which has like when given then. So if you can share one, like kind of written one, like with the real-time user stories, is it possible?
Yeah, it is
Like
quite possible. But before that, may I request you all to complete the assignment? I have not seen anyone of you have completed the assignment, guys.
yes, that's why I was just asking. So
So
if I
you
okay.
see what happens. It's quite easy for me to give you the answer, right? But when I see the assignment, I see your attempts. If I am not seeing the attempts from your end itself, that you have not even written the user story. So, I mean, see, once you craft the user story, you will realize, oh, this is the way to write the user story. Using the similar method, I can use the uh, acceptance criteria as well. Say, for example, as a branch manager, I want to open the bank. I want to open to the bank application so that I can enable all the banking transaction for all the stakeholders. This is one. Second, if you need to write this similar user story in the acceptance criteria, how you can read that? Given uh, given when branch manager uh, opens the bank application, when it is a working day, then every bank employee is ready to transact into the bank for the bank. It's a simple method, just putting into given when then, and this as a as a so that. Okay, you understand?
Understood.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
yes,
format.
yes.
But only in the acceptance criteria you will be getting more in detail. When you are just writing given when then, you also understand, boss, I need to authorize myself as a branch manager. So you will write, given as a branch manager, I attempt to open the branch application. So attempt to
Then
open the, then I will authorize my credential. Okay, so this comes to connect the credential where
Okay,
username and password. Likewise, you will be getting more in detail of it. So I hope
sure.
I helped you to
Yes,
understand.
I got it. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Awesome.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Yeah,
So yeah,
thanks.
yeah, welcome. So let me know, Prerna, if you are ready.
Yes, Gaurav, I was just waiting for all the questions. Yes. So thank you so much. So, guys, as we are starting with the new, I would say, angle of the session, so learning about business analysis, okay? So, trust me, we all have been doing some or the other types of analysis in our daily lives, but we do not understand that, okay? So, just getting the, I would say, to the depth of the topic and to know how actually analysis happens in the professional setup and how to go ahead about it. So let us start with what are the roles and the responsibilities of a business analyst. So we'll understand in future when you get placed and you are assigned work as a business analyst, then what are you supposed to deliver, or what is the expectation of the firm or the team from you. Okay, so there are 2 points mentioned here. I will request two different people to read the 2 points, please.
roles and responsibilities of business analyst. Business analysts work across all levels of an organization and may be involved in everything from defining strategy to creating the enterprise architecture to taking a leadership role by defining the goals and requirements for programs and projects or supporting continuous improvement in its technology and processes.
Business analysis helps businesses do business better.
Yes, thank you so much for reading it out. So let us start with the second point. So it simply says business analysis helps businesses to do business better. That means that analysis ultimately helps us to continue and grow our business further, to understand and make better decisions. Now, going to the first point. The first point says that, first of all, see what it means, that analysis is spread across all the levels of the organization, right? That means starting from the, I would say, uh, from the development team till the senior management, till every team, like it can be sales, it can be marketing, it can be development, it can be testing, every level, every phase of your software development life cycle, analysis is required. So it's not that, so first of all, this job requirement is quite wide. It's quite, I would say, available, because it is used in every level of organization. Okay, it's not that just okay, one particular segment requires analysis. No, every team, every department requires business analysis. Now, going to the depth of it, what it says that starting from defining strategies to creating enterprise architecture, that means it's not only useful for only defining strategies. Defining strategies means, like, see, imagine if you are a I would say, your organization focuses on creating you know give me a second. Yeah, so for example, your organization prepares a software for, I would say, mainly into education domain. Okay, like, you have softwares for all the education domains, and in future you want to delve into, I would say, medical domain, no? So for example, to expand your domain, you would require analysis. Now you are an expert in education domain, but now in future you want to get into the medical domain. So how would you do that? You would have business analyst who has understanding of those domain, who has studies those domain, or who have worked on those domains. So tomorrow when you want to expand your business, you want to have those strategies, these analysts will help you to make these. Okay, so that is the meaning of when we say defining strategies. And even for creating enterprise architecture means it's one, I would say, application that works for all. Like, all of us use Microsoft Office. Like, all of you must have used Excel, yes or no?
Yes.
There anybody who doesn't know what is an Excel? Yes, right? So Microsoft Office, so Excel is a part of Microsoft Office suite, So basically, it has Office, it has Word, it has PowerPoint presentation, it has so many other things, okay? Word document. So all this combination is called as an enterprise architecture. I'm giving you a very simple example because everybody knows this basic, application suite. There are other complex and bigger applications which are like one, like we call it like under one umbrella. So those kind of applications are also developed, and that is with the help of business analysis. Like, maybe 15, 20, not in 15, 20, maybe like 30 odd years back, there was a team of software sorry, business analysts who did their research, who did their analysis, and they came up with this suite when they started working on the Word document and Excel, and they thought, okay, this can go as a one itself, enterprise application, that, we can have all these functionalities or all these applications under one umbrella. So same way, Oracle and when Google and any big companies, or even smaller companies, they have their applications. So who decides what all decides means, decide is not the correct word, to be very honest. Who comes up with the logic, or who comes up with the proposal of what all applications, what all functionalities we should have? So that is business analyst. So business analyst is part of the entire application process. It is, they are involved, he or she or the team is involved into the entire process. So that is what it means. And all the requirements, okay, requirements for programs and projects. So is there anyone can tell me what is the difference between a project and a program, if you are aware, or what do you think? Because here are two different words used, projects and programs.
Projects, maybe it's a customized one as per the the customer requirement.
Can you please repeat? I couldn't hear properly. Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no. Projects are like, as per the customer requirements, and the programs are like,
Okay.
made like for the common users in like the generalized way.
Common users and customers, what is the difference in your understanding? Can you please elaborate? If you have some background, can you please elaborate? I just want to understand where you're coming from. Though your first part of the answer is correct.
Mm-hmm. Like a customer, in the sense, what I was trying to say is like, like how to explain it to you. Give me 1 second. I'm just thinking of an example. Like a product kind of thing, like of a specific requirement. Like, I am like a one person coming with specific requirement.
Okay.
Like if you take Amazon,
Okay.
Amazon is like, it's for like the common user, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
under Amazon, like, if I'm trying to sell a product, right, as a
Mm-hmm.
third party, then it is a project because it's as per my own requirement.
Okay, makes sense. See, I'll tell you, you are somewhere there, but let us get elaborated understanding. Projects, the main, I would say, distinguishing factor between projects and program is, by the way, we'll come to this in detail in upcoming slide. It's just an understanding. I thought I'll just throw some light here. So, project,
Should I say
yeah,
something like?
yeah, go ahead.
So I feel I think project is a like kind of venture which has like different kind of different steps is involved, different processes are involved with timelines and the teams, and all together that's a project. Like we have to complete a maybe like requirements and deliver it to the customer. So that's a whole thing is a project, and the program is the actually object or the like what which we are actually creating or which we're. So that's my understanding. I'm not.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So
Yeah.
somewhere some of the points are absolutely correct, but some would need further understanding. So I like the word you use, timeline. So definitely timelines is one of the most important and distinguishing factor. So basically projects are short term or short lived, or for a specific amount of time, whereas programs are, I would say, for a longer period of time. And the only difference between them apart from this is, I mean, there are many, but just for our understanding, that project is definitely client centric, and that can be for a specific budget, for specific timelines, whereas programs basically is a collection of project. It doesn't involve only one project. So you have those drives in the banks or in organizations, like simplified KYC procedures, or like come and train the trainer kind of I would say drives happens. Or sometimes some organizations uh have their, I would say, advertisement that, okay, we are, you know, having this multiple discounts for some of our, I would say, products. So you know what? These are not only one projects. These are multiple projects. There are multiple, I would say, reasons for that to happen. So I just wanted to tell you this in this context, that you should know that analysis is not only done for a single small, or a time bound project, but then when there are multiple, see, I remember when I was working for an Indian bank, one of the leading bank, I must say. So that time, if there was, like, for example, during COVID, or we had all the things got into virtual setup, isn't it? Earlier everything was very manual and physical. You had to visit a bank, or you had to visit branch and meet the person, but during
Yeah.
COVID, or everything got virtual. So there was a virtual account opening setup. There was a virtual questionnaire. So all those things getting virtually, everybody understands. Yes, that means you don't have to physically
Yeah.
meet a person. Like how we are having this training session, it's virtual. We are all connected on internet, and we are, like, exchanging ideas and having discussions. So that kind of taking their actual activities and work to the virtual network, that was also a program. Because imagine, banking has so many capacities and so many activities. So all that was transferred to virtual platform. Okay. So remember all this. So this is the major difference between a particular project and program, and we will learn about this in upcoming slide. I just wanted to throw a glance to tell you that, okay, this role and a business analyst role is so widely spread in organization, and it is so much in demand. So if you focus more on this, and you get to the root of it, you will definitely uh, understand how important and how widespread this is. Yeah. So we have spent really a good amount of time on this slide. Any doubts in this? Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah, go. Okay. So these are some of the important analysis and reporting tools. You need not know all of them, but then knowing some of them definitely helps. Like, if you could see top 10 analysis tools, we can start with the first one, Microsoft Office Suite. Yes, definitely, we all know. We just discussed that some time back. It is a program, by the way. It is a collection of small projects, and it is widely used. Google Docs. All of you use Google Docs? Yes, no? I mean, I do.
Yeah.
It is again a virtual connection, wherein we can store our documents at a centralized location, on, or maybe on a cloud. Everybody understands cloud. And then we can access our documents from anywhere. Yes.
Yes.
Then it's, yeah. Gaurav, can you continue with the couple of them? I need to check on Shan. Yeah. Are you there, Gaurav? Yeah. Okay, I'm back. So IBM has their application. So these are all the major leading, I would say, organizations. First from Microsoft, second from Google, third is from IBM, that is Rational Requisite Pro. I personally haven't used it, but then it is on the similar grounds. Then we have Balsamic. It is also an important tool from the Balsamic organization. See, I'll tell you, all these applications are not mandatory for you to know, but some of them, if you know, it won't harm. Like, like all of us have used and are aware of, sorry, Microsoft Office Suite. because everybody is using that. It comes with Windows, once you install that, so that we all know. But Google Docs is optional. It is a part of your Google login, your Google account. So if you use it, it's good. If you don't, then it's fine. The other one, like IBM and Balsamic and SWOT, I haven't got an opportunity to myself use it, but they are on the similar grounds wherein you can actually, upload your documents. You can access them anywhere. You can, store the data in the cloud. You can have more storage by paying, So earlier we used to have those physical hard disks. Now we store our data onto the cloud network. If you could see Trello we personally teach or we have in detail session later during the course. So you'll understand how to use Trello, how to make, I wouldn't say presentation, but how to make the process flow, how to have your uh, project status depicted via Trello. And that is very interesting. Pencil again allows you to, I would say, showcase and create quick prototypes, like how designers make design, or even for your understanding, before a website is actually created. Now imagine Amazon. Before Amazon was actually created as a website, there was a prototype of Amazon. There was a design of Amazon. Okay. And by the way, if you all, I'm not sure you're aware, but Amazon was primarily created to sell books in the beginning. Okay. Only books. So that time it was very, I would say, at the starting level, and it had, sorry, very simple design and prototype. So that prototype was also, must have prepared by some of the existing designing softwares or say designing tools. So Pencil is one of them. Smart Draw is again, it helps you to helps you to design, to make. See, I'll tell you, these are softwares are good to know. I myself haven't used all of them because it again depends on every organization. Some of them use free software, some of them use only organization approved software. So these softwares might not be the case. Some have their own customized software. So as an analyst, sometimes you have to design. Sometimes I'm saying, okay, it's again not mandatory for an analyst to design and to, have these prototypes used. But then it's always, I will say, good to have skill. So if you know it, it's like a feather in your cap. If you're not aware, that's also absolutely fine. Nobody is going to question you on that. But it's always good to know knowledge. So Smart Draw, as the name suggests, it helps you to prepare those smaller. I would say it's, how to do the business analysis, and how to manage your projects, and you can come up with your designs. Now I would say the right one is more of how you manage work. So it's similar to how you allot work items, how you manage your projects, that kind of application. And version 1 is basically helpful for analysts to come up with their business analysis, and integrate the capacities with other departments or other teams. When we say enterprise applications of software development, so it's like one software for entire organization. Always remember. So these kind of so these are some of the, I would say, some of the well-known applications or tools which are used for reporting and business analysis. So depending on your organization's need, or depending on your organization's process, they might be following some of them, or one of them. So depending on that. But if I have to be honest with you, I think first two or three are they top the list. So we can focus on that. And I think the first one is installed in everyone's computer. So it's a good to start. So guys, this is like a good to know information. Any doubts in this? If no, it was an FYI more, or to be very honest, we can learn. Trello, so definitely we are going to have a in-depth session. Others, you are free to explore. I think first two are well known to you. But then again, organizations are not bound to have only these. So let me have that clarity. So tomorrow you might get into any organization and they might have some other software, maybe from some other organization. That is also absolutely fine. Okay. Nobody is gonna question you that you know it or you do not know. Base of all the all the tools, it's generally same. They'll have your project management capabilities. They'll also have flexibility to analysis or to design. It will just be helpful for you to work. Okay. So yeah, Gaurav, we can go to next slide, please. Yes. So let us start with the MS tools. We were discussing about this. So is there anyone who hasn't used PowerPoint or PPT yet into Microsoft?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't used or you have used? I'm just asking, is
Use.
there
I
any?
use. Yes. I
Yes,
use.
yes, yes. Yeah, even if not in your work tenure, maybe for your kids nowadays, or any younger
They know
people in the
everything
house.
actually.
Yes, because
They know
nowadays the
more than us.
schools, yeah, schools are very, I would say, pro, and they want kids to learn all this.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, so let us go ahead. There are 3 points. So the first line says that following applications of Microsoft Office Suite come under the best business analysis tools. Yes. And those come up with Windows. So let's start with MS PowerPoint, that we call as PPT for short. So can I request 3 different people to read it out, please?
Yes. Analysis and reporting. The following applications of Microsoft Office should come under the Best Business Analysis Tools list. MS PowerPoint. This software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentations. A business
Yes.
analysis
Yeah.
often
Just
faces,
hold on. Just hold on. Yeah, thank you for
oh
reading the
sorry,
first point. Yeah, it's okay. What it says is this application or this software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentations. Formal presentation means in your organization, you have any, we will, while learning Scrum, we were saying that we have your review phase. Okay. So in the review phase, we can use the PPT wherein to showcase, okay, this much work item, this many backlog items we completed, or we can have a diagram of how the earlier system was you know I would say manual, and how we got into automated and things like that. So all that can be mentioned here. So we when we present something sorry, we present something to clients, that time we use PowerPoint. Yeah, next point please.
A business
A
analyst
business
often faces the situations where he needs to communicate ideas, justify or deliver project updates to stakeholders.
Absolutely right. So this simply means that when we have a situation where business analyst needs to share his or her ideas, or justify how we completed some activities, or deliver any completed work to stakeholders. So always remember the review meeting. Yeah, the review meeting that we have. So what happens during that review meeting? So we present, we deliver, we have all the stakeholders. So for that we require the PowerPoint, because it is the best tool to present all the information and all the project updates. Make sense? Easy to understand, guys? Yes?
Yeah,
yes,
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Next point, please.
This communication becomes more effective in the form of a presentation through PowerPoint.
Absolutely right. See, you can also have Yes. So you can also have, printouts taken and you can show those printouts, but, will that be practical and logical? Okay. In PowerPoint, you can also have animations, you can have sequencing, you can include pictures, you can include some small videos and so many capabilities you can have. Okay. So to ensure that we can use those capabilities, using PowerPoint makes a lot of sense. It is a very important tool for presenting to anyone, to stakeholders, to customers, to any person whom you want to present. Yeah. Any doubt about PPT? Easy to understand, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Gaurav, we can move to next point, please. Yes, MS Excel. Now everyone knows we use MS Excel very widely. Yeah, can some other people read out the 4 points mentioned? Yes, no? Yes, go ahead.
And analysis and reporting. MS Excel data analysis is also a part of the business analysis, and it can be different forms like pivot tables, examining the trends in data, sort and filter data, creating charts or graphs. All the tasks mentioned above can be well performed using Microsoft Excel, which is a spreadsheet-like tool. Along with it, Excel provides several built-in mathematical and financial functions which can aid data analysis.
Yes. So, these are all capabilities that we have. So I'm not sure. So Gaurav, do you want to show will you be able to show the actual implementation, or can I do it
Uh,
in tomorrow's session?
Yeah,
How
we
can we
have
do it?
separate session, separate day
Yes,
for that.
yes,
Yeah, we'll do
yeah,
it like.
definitely. Thank you. So, guys, right now we are just giving you, I would say, just an understanding or introduction, but we have an in-depth session where we teach you or where we showcase you how to prepare a pivot table. So basically, you know what, when you have huge amount of data, when you have a lot of data and when you need to understand that data, when I always take this example of surveys, like when companies do surveys on, say, city level, state level, so they can have huge amount of data. So how to make sense of those data? That times pivot tables come very handy. So they make you understand what is the bifurcation, which which clients want what, and what is their understanding. So that all helps. Examining the trends in data, yes, it helps you to understand what the data says, what the customers are expecting, and what they like or dislike. Then sort and filter data, definitely you can sort data as per say the highest number to lowest number, or you can filter data. Like if you are doing a survey for, I would say, what kind of I would say computers or brand is being used in your region. Like, are you an Apple a loyal customer, or you use HP, Toshiba, whatnot, other Samsung, which all brand do you use for your laptop? So there can be data for that, so you can actually filter and understand, okay, these are the Apple users, these are the, I would say, a Samsung user, these are the HP users, these are the other users, So that understanding you can get, okay? So yes, we use this for filtering and sorting the data. And last but not the least, creating different charts and groups. So you can actually present your data, not only create your data, but present your data in such a form that it is very easy to read and it is very easy to understand. So you can, all of you must have seen charts some or in some of the other ways. Yes, especially whenever we see share markets, there are those charts going up and down, the trends. Yes, no? Yes or no? Is there anybody who
Yes.
has not seen
Yes.
charts or graphs yet? Yes. Even graphs we also had during our school time, school or college education time. So yes, all that capability we can also create using MS Excel. Okay. Yeah. Next point, please, Gaurav. We can go to next slide. Yes. Now this is quite easy. Everybody understands Word document. All of you have used it or not. Is there anyone who has not used Microsoft Word yet? Yes. Please highlight. Yes, no. Everybody has. Great. Can you read out the first line, please, below the Microsoft Word?
Microsoft Word.
Microsoft.
Microsoft Word serves the purpose of requirement specification document. Organizations can create their specific template for documenting the requirements. It is utilized applications which allows user preferred fonts, themes, objects, shapes, smart arts, charts, and even options for embedding Viso diagram.
Yes, thank you so much for reading it out. So what it says is that this serves the purpose of requirement specification document. Now there are multiple documents when we do the analysis or when we start any project. So SRS or requirement specification document or business requirement specification document, that is BRD. That's one of them. So it's a very important pivotal I would say document for any project. So that document is also made in Word document using Word. So why? Because here we can highlight, we can I would say manipulate or update or change our data or text, that is, you can highlight, you can have pointers, you can have objects, you can have shapes, you can actually add some cool, I would say, look and feel changes, like, you can have some font change, size change, so your data looks more attractive, or you can emphasize on those particular pointers. So all these things are done. Even you can also embed the video diagrams. How to know what are video diagrams? We are coming to that. So that can also be embedded into MS Word. So yeah, next point, please. Video diagrams. Yeah, MS Visio. Sorry.
MS Visio. MS Visio is a modeling tool that business analysts use to effectively capture and present stakeholders' ideas in the form of business functions and user interactions. The main utilities of Visio are UML diagrams, creations such as use case, sequence diagrams, and activity, to prepare process flow charts, to create data models, to generate architecture diagrams.
Thank you so much for reading it out. So to understand MS Visio, we should know what is first of all UML diagrams. UML diagram means Unified Modeling Language. UML stands for. That means any project or application that we have that can be presented in the form of diagram. Okay, we will learn all this in detail in upcoming sessions. But for your understanding, as of now, just imagine that using MS Visio, we can prepare documents wherein we can show how our application work. Process flow means all of you use your banking account online. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So, so you might not be aware, but there is a process flow of that. Like, first of all, if you use, tell me, if you use wrong credentials, are you able to log in into your account?
No.
No? No? Then what happens if you use wrong credentials? You are kind of taken to a different page stating, please, input your correct credentials. And if you have forgotten your password, reset your password. Remember? Yes, no?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you like we all not understand, or we all not aware, we are not aware, but that is a process flow. Like what should happen if there is a wrong user ID password? Second scenario, if you put in the correct user ID and password, then mostly the standard landing page is your home page, where you can see your balance and where you can see all the options available mostly on the left hand side of your page, or maybe on the top of your page, right? You can do fund transfer, you can check balances, you can open an FD account, you can, do multiple things. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is also a process flow, guys. So we might not be aware, but we work on that on day-to-day basis. Whenever we use any software, whenever we use even websites, okay. For Amazon also it is done that way. So this is a very interesting part. And then also to create data models and generate architecture diagrams. So don't worry, we will learn about them in future very soon in upcoming sessions, where you would know what all data modeling styles or types are there, and how to create as a BA you are not expected to create architectures, definitely not. That's a part, that's the job of a architect. But then to understand how the application looks and to understand how the diagram looks, it's very important. So I think we are almost past 2 minutes, so I'll just hand over to Gaurav. And these all sessions are definitely good to know information, so I'll recommend you to rewatch the videos just to understand them in depth. And also please feel free to Google and learn more. And if you have any doubts, you can reach out to us. Yes, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Over to you, Gaurav.
Yeah, sure. So as Prerna said, just not to rewatch, do something else. Prerna, can you tell what to do?
Absolutely. So not only rewatch, but please prepare small videos wherein you can share your understanding about these topics. You can talk about what you learn in today's session. See, you can have your notes in front of you, you can have your pointers in front of you, but try to make a small video. It can be a 1 or 2 minutes video where you speak about it. And why, you might ask why we have to do this, why you're asking us to make videos. Because when you make videos, you focus on how you talk, you focus on presenting yourself, you focus on the points mentioned or what you're talking about. So that all helps you from the interview preparation point of view, from the presenting yourself angle. Okay, so it's a very important activity. We encourage you almost all our sessions, in all our tracks, the candidates who make such videos, who present themselves regularly, has a really better chance of clearing their interviews in the initial rounds. And also it helps you a lot in the confidence building. So guys, please try doing this. You might make some mistakes, you might feel you're not doing your best at the beginning, but with the practice you can do definitely well, and it is very helpful. Yeah, Gaurav, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So, yeah, definitely. But now this is the time for a quick attendance. You know how we are going to put the attendance, not by saying that what did we learn, but just go ahead in the WhatsApp group, write your name, and in front of that, what do you feel like saying? The one word that comes in your mind, you just express your feeling over there. And from there, I'll be consolidating all the attendance that you all were there, and that's how it will get into the store, that on this date how many of you had attended that in the live session. And as Prerna said that watch the recording, but now the request is that while you are watching the recording, we want you to hit the like button and add your comment as well, that you have liked and commented as well when you were watching or referring back as a part of recording. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon, and let me see your attendance too. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Talk to you again. Good night. Good night, you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.